will be created that will enable not just growth, but inclusive growth that provides enough employment opportunities that will lead to reduction of poverty. So the Tinubu administration is essentially all about private sector-driven economic growth. And foreign direct investment will also be a key element of that process. That's the objective of the administration, and that's what they intend to achieve through the economic policy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And there was the third question from Arise News on that you've served 2 terms, Mr. Tinubu, already associated with government. Why should you be president, I guess, is the question that was asked.
I guess my name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the current president is Muhammadu Buhari. And there's nowhere in the Constitution that says, a current administration cannot be a continuity in their own ways. It doesn't remove me from adaptation to my own economic philosophy and developmental program. I did it in Lagos. I converted the greatest liability, threatening the environment and Lagos existence to asset of magnitude value. I've employed various hands in Lagos, whether you are from Lagos or not. I've encouraged private investment in Lagos more than any other part of the country. In fact, beating the federal government and before we took over the reign of the regime. Vision, courage, and can-do attitude of an individual is self-given. And I believe I've earned that throughout the country.
So this may well be the last round of questions because the clock may defeat us. So the gentleman right at the back there, you, sir. Yes, go ahead. First question.
Thank you. My name is Ayo. I lead a social justice charity here in the UK. I want to ask, in 2018, when Prime Minister Theresa May signed a defense partnership with Nigeria, renewed again this year, many look at that and say it has produced no benefit for people up and down Nigeria. What changes would you be looking to make to that defense partnership arrangement to make it more effective for all Nigerians?
Thank you very much. Very clear. The lady right at the back there, you. Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Welcome, sir.
Can you tell us your name, please, also?
My name is Priscilla Wigbo. I'm a freelance broadcast journalist. So you've spoken a great deal about what you've done in Lagos, and yes, we're very aware of it, and you're a team player because you're able to include everybody else, and we appreciate your team here today, and they're very capable, and we can see that they have the capacity and the capability. However, sir, you are running for president, and as Nigerians, we would very much like to hear from you because we believe the office of the president, if voted in, will be you and not your team per se. So on that note, sir, if I may, we haven't seen you engage with Nigerians on a one-to-one interview or at any of the live programs that has been going on. And furthermore, there are issues at the moment running with regards to your identity, with regards to your age. So I wonder if you could provide some clarity on the issues of your identity and age, and also let us know when we can engage with you one-on-one in an interview, hear from you directly as the office holder. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to take two more, one from this row, one for that, and we've finished. You, sir, there. Yeah, please, go ahead. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we be quiet, please?
Your Excellency, Dr. Alex,
Yeah.
my name is Otumba Eric Ayola. I'm the Secretary of the PSA UK Progressive Solidarity for Asiwaju. My question about the health sector. We know that we're suffering a great deal in Nigeria as per health. So, sir, how do you intend to do two things? One, uplift the provision of health in Nigeria. And secondly, how do we stop the brain drain of our best doctors, nurses escaping Japa to the UK or anywhere else? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take one more and that's it. We had many questions online about health also and what a Tinubu administration would do about health. So this is going to be very difficult for me. So the gentleman there, yes, you, sir. We're going to have a microphone coming to you. This is the final question. Yeah, there, please, go ahead.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, my name is EJ Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Please.
Mr. President, my name is EJ Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a member of the APC from Adamawa State. Your two opponents, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has prided himself as a unifier, but has failed to unify his party. And the other one, I will not mention his name, is running his campaign on religion. After May 29th, how do you intend to unify Nigeria, and what should we expect your cabinet to look like?
Thank you very much. So you have four questions there, which were, how are you going to unify Nigeria after elections? That's the final one. Health, what are your health policies for Nigeria if you become president? The other one was the lady, I forget your name. Priscilla asked about, are you going to do one-to-ones? And also there's speculation about a number of issues around yourself. I guess I've read on the internet about health and various things. People are asking questions. And then there was the final question about that the UK-Nigeria defense partnership doesn't seem to have delivered. What would you like to see a bilateral defense arrangement with the United Kingdom? How could it help Nigeria? Those were the questions.
Okay, I would still want to adopt some of the method I did to show the team and the capacity that we have. The woman leader for APC can answer the question on the health, I believe. That personal question, I will leave it to the last contribution.
Okay, so get answered last of all.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
And
go ahead, please, on health. Let's move ahead.
And then we'll call on the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Bajabi Amila, to contribute on this, on the second question.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I want to very clearly state that the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, when voted into power, is really very specific on achieving universal health coverage through certain indices, which we will be working at as a government. His Excellency has clearly stated that first, we need to fix the health system of Nigeria and improve on what is there already, providing the right environment in terms of the pay, in terms of the engagement, in terms of training of health workers, improving of the facilities, that's the infrastructure that we need to give Nigeria quality healthcare services. More importantly is the fact that we want to move into a system where we can make our primary healthcare more functional. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also concerned in providing access for healthcare to everyone. He's going to do this by ensuring that He provides free healthcare for pregnant women and children under 5, and ensure that everyone has a mandatory contribution to our health insurance scheme. Beyond this, Nigeria has been more dependent on importing drugs from outside the country, vaccines from outside the country. He is going to also go into health manufacturing, where we'll produce the essential medicines that Nigerians can consume. But most importantly is the fact that he would look into the issue of brain drain and turn it around to become brain gain for Nigeria. All of us seated here, we have many doctors, many experts outside Nigeria, and that's why he's here today in the diaspora to interact with you. He would attract all of this brain down into specialist hospitals that will be built across the geopolitical zones in Nigeria. That's way we can give quality healthcare to Nigerians and equally prepare for the next pandemic if it ever happens. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And then we had the speaker. Where is he? There he is.
You wanted to pronounce your name right. Go ahead.
Kabaja Mayala.
Just call me Baja. That's fine. What was the question, please?
The defense pact.
Oh, the defense pact in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, let me very quickly say this. Defense pacts are many. There's bilateral and there's multilateral. And it's not just the UK that has signed a defense pact in with Nigeria. I'm not sure what indices or the measurements that were used to say it has proven nothing. If that defense pact was signed in 2018, we're now in 2022. I think it will take the most ingenious person to say that there has not been a trajectory or change between what we had in 2020 and what pact with the United States and other countries, apart from the UK as well. So I call it a multilateral defense pact. We have the Leahy Act in America, which we need to look into, which actually deprives Nigeria and some other countries of utilizing armaments that are manufactured in the United States. And this is based on human rights records. But you cannot on one hand condemn terrorism, and on the other hand, make it difficult for Nigeria to get arms from those countries. It's a no-brainer. And that's what we're going to be going around in circles. So we're looking towards, and Asiwaju will be looking towards, and this is a matter that is dear to his heart, because without security, security is a bedrock. You can't actually build something on nothing. You have to secure the country first. So that's an area that this administration is looking at very, very seriously. And in terms of all the arms of government, defense sectors communicating with themselves as opposed to acting in silos is one area that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed is looking forward to in his administration. And I just want to use this opportunity to say this. There's going to be a lot of intersection between all the candidates and their programs and their manifestos. And you're left with only one thing. When everybody's addressing the same thing and more or less saying the same thing, obviously following the lead of Asiwaju, you're left with one thing. And that's what happens all over the world. A candidate runs on his records. So we are left with a track record of all the candidates that are running. And somebody's track record is there for all to see. It's there. Some people may not want to hear about Lagos, but it is what it is. He's done it for 8 years. He continues to do it in Lagos and everywhere else that he touches. So that is all we can depend on. Not speculation, I will do. You have before you a thinker and a doer. You have his records before you. Unless, of course, a candidate does not have a record to run on, or his record is not good, then you begin to character assassinate, begin to speak to personalities that are neither here nor there and obviously not true, and you avoid and run away from the issues. Let's make it about the issues. Thank you.
And finally, you do have the question from Priscilla at the back there.
Priscilla, thank you very much for the question. It's inquisitive. But at the time of birth, I was dated March 29, 1952, and the family record. I didn't think then, that day, I've determined to be or decided to be a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not even that I will go to politics. I've a very good exposure in life. My record is consistent. And the school and the university, they question. They now convinced that they wasted their money and their time. The record is there. The transcript is there. So in March 1952, I'm not claiming another father. I am Tinubu and Tinubu proper. If they want a DNA, they could as well require for one. One of them has been even accused of not being a Nigerian citizen. I didn't touch that area. Yes. Equally, it remains the same. Deloitte, Chicago State University, where I graduated, has attested to that. Now I can announce that I've received my original replacement degree certificate from them. The Deloitte trained me as an accounting firm. Mobile has attested to my record, a standing record. I got to the pinnacle of my career. And the private sector, who among them can brag about it? Now, yes, you want to wrestle with the pig, you got to live with the dirt. That's what I'm doing. I go into politics, knowing fully well that it's a muddy water. Smog will come. You will have to live with the dirt and make sure you are upright to finish the job. Thank you. That
one-to-one conversations.
One-to-one conversation.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Be quiet.
Why? I see myself as a marketable individual. Want to use me to make money, and I'm saying no.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you. Can we show the customary appreciation of a speaker in Chatham House?
We get Roma, Yagaberu Sopras.